What is going on, folks? Hope you're having a good New Year's Eve. Tonight, it's your boy Satoshi Aoki bringing you the daily stream. In today's stream, we're going to be doing some technical analysis and some live trading on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, bit of Crowcoin. So stick around if you want to see that. And if you enjoy that kind of stream, guys, then please take a moment. If you do enjoy the stream at any point, or if you just want to support the Crow fam, drop a like on the video, say hi in the chat, comment, and let us know what's going on, folks. So I thought I'd just start this video by having a bit of a recap at how the month has been trading on Bitunix. The month of December, wow, we are going to be in 2026 pretty soon. Let me just bring up my chat, guys, just so I can keep tabs on anyone that is jumping in to say hello. We are going to be streaming for at least 45 minutes tonight. Make sure everything's good. What's good? What's good? So guys, what we can see here is that the 30-day P&L, okay, we're up $132. But what's more important is not so much the actual amount we're actually up, the actual percent there, okay? Because, doesn't matter whether you got a $10 portfolio you're starting with, whether you got a $100 portfolio, a $1,000 portfolio, $10,000 portfolio, that's how you can relate, okay? So 22% for the month, guys. If I don't say so myself, or if I do say so myself, that's pretty good. We've had a good month in December, okay? I think a big part of the reason for the success so far this month has been just focusing a little bit more on patient entries, at least for the first 3 quarters of the month. In the last sort of week or so, we have taken a few more aggressive entries on strength, which we can show you. And yeah, guys, I just want to say, we're one of the only channels here where not only do we actually go ahead and trade and look at the charts and give you the breakdowns, talk to you about the indicators, and really try and talk to you about these indicators and talk to you about trading in a way that is digestible, not for someone that's advanced in trading, but someone who is just in their beginner journey. If you're an absolute beginner, this is a good stream for you to jump into and just try and assess what's going on, okay? We don't have a lot of loud, crazy music playing. It's not too fast paced, okay? I try to keep the English sort of clear and charismatic, all right? And I'm also learning on the go every day, same as you guys, okay? No matter what stage you are at. But yeah, I just think it was pretty important to show you that, guys, just so you know that we're not just completely talking out of our ass here, okay? We've had a good month. We're up 22% for the month. That's the 30-day P&L on Bitunix, of course. And that's with our one particular account here, a $744 account. Might add a little bit to this, maybe add another grand to this next month going into January for 2026. But look, it's been a pretty good month, guys. Okay, it's been a pretty good month. The P&L for the last 7 days hasn't been huge, only 0.05%. And we made a little 2% trade today. All right, let's actually go in because I want to actually go into the last little trade that we put on here. And guys, by the way, we give out all our calls in our free Telegram group. Okay, so if you're someone that wants to get that 22% gain or more for free, okay, it's not always going to be for free, guys. There's going to come a point where once the stream grows, once the community grows, we're going to be charging a cost to get into our calls group, okay? We're going to be charging a cost to get into the calls group, but for everyone who's here now and who gets in soon to our Telegram calls, you are going to have that free access for life, just to really reward you guys who are supporting us at the Crow Bros on this early journey of this live stream. Okay, so if we actually go ahead here, I just want to show you the last trade that we took. It's actually just here as well. Just to show you, it's in the Telegram right here, okay? Posted it here, guys, from December 30th, which is today. We did take a BTC long. That was a lovely little trade, a 10x long on BTC. So we took a little bit of a risk. It's mainly been 5x trades for BTC this month, but we took a 10x long on BTC. I was pretty confident at an entry price of 87,130. As you can see here, if I just maybe open that up so you can see a bit more clearly there. We had our entry price at 87,130, okay? And our close was at 87,903. Okay, so a nice little move there. I actually exited pretty well because I think we got up to around just over 88,000 before having a bit of a retracement now. And we're going to check out how BTC is going. But yeah, I'm waiting for another entry, guys. So that's the thing, guys. We're always sort of in and out of the trades, waiting for the entries. And whenever we have an entry for you, Like, there's no strings attached, guys. We just go ahead and we place them in this Telegram group. And it's really important that for anyone that's watching this stream, you do come on and get involved in this free Telegram group, because some of the trades that we put on aren't always live on stream. We do put them on sort of during the day when we're not streaming. All right, and if you do want to actually follow along with the trades, guys, then, well, you got to get signed up to Bitunix, guys, because our spreads, our liquidity, everything is lined up with Bitunix, guys. Okay, the prices and everything like that, the user interface and how we operate. Okay, it's all aligned with Bitunix, guys. Okay, and the simple and easy way to do that, right here. If I just go over and bring you into my live stream right here. Okay. It's right here, guys. All right, the link for Bitunix is right up the top here, as you can see it. All right, in fact, I'm just going to go and pin that there. So really easy, guys. Go ahead, get signed up for Bitunix, make your deposit. There's no KYC, no VPN. And guys, if you do make a deposit and you actually start trading on leverage, guys, you'll be entered into the competition weekly to win 1,000 CRO. That's currently worth 100 US dollars. I give away 1,000 CRO CRO token every single week, and I give away 5,000 CRO token every single month for one of the top 5 highest volume traders. And I do announce that winner for the weekly comp every Friday and for the monthly comp at the end of the month. All right, so get signed up to Bitunix, make your deposit, start trading. And also, if you do get signed up and start trading, and you do jump into the Telegram, then you will also gain access to a course which I've just created. Okay, it's an absolute beginner course for people that are just getting started on their trading journey. Okay, taking you from basically just holding your spot bags to essentially, getting your first trade going, understanding about stop loss, risk management, everything like that. It's really important. Cuba676, thanks for jumping in the chat. Buddy, will you be making any short videos of the tools that you are using and how they work? Some small series. Yeah, man, absolutely. We're going to be doing something like that probably pretty soon. I just don't, I've only got time during the day in terms of like work at the moment to really just do these streams. And then maybe I got like the occasional time where I have like an hour after this. So I try and use that time to create more content for the channel. But yeah, no, appreciate you asking about that Cuba676. You're going to be one of the first ones to know about that for sure, buddy. But yeah, we'll have some of that stuff coming, and I'll try and explain a bit more of it as well as we're actually sort of, going through our actual trades and things like that. So I just want to show you guys over here what we got going on, just so you can see it, guys. We'll show you what trades we're at, where we're getting in. Bitcoin's currently at 88,000. We're going to do the TA on that very shortly. Okay, so as you can see there, guys, that's the order history. Okay, we just closed that nice little long here, the same one that I showed you in the Telegram, that 8.8% BTC 10x long. We closed that there. Prior to that, we had a break even on a BTC trade there. Okay, prior to that, we had a short where we got in on BTC. Prior to that, we had a long where we won on BTC. Prior to that, we had another long, okay, where we got on BTC with that one as well. So look, we've had some pretty good month. Had a pretty good month so far. All right. So yeah, guys, what can I say? If you're here, make sure you come on over, jump in the free Telegram, start making some winning trades with us, and get in the community and get signed up to Bitunix to win 1,000 CRO every week. Sign up, make your deposit, win 1,000 CRO, get access to my free beginner leverage trading course, guys. It's specifically a leverage trading course to basically get you from just holding your spot bags to actually making some trades. Okay, so we are going to start, of course, with BTC and on the 4-hour chart. I do spend quite a bit of time on the 4-hour chart because I like to look at a lot of the time frames. Okay, weekly, daily, 4-hour, 3-minute, 1-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour. Okay, I think it's important for Confluence to kind of look at all the different charts. And we actually, if we just have a bit of a look here, I actually drew this here. Okay, so I said, look, maybe have a bit of a move up. We actually broke right out up here to actually go ahead and test the 200 EMA at 90,000. Came back into this slightly bearish neutral triangle. Okay, I'd say it's a neutral triangle, but just with some slight bearishness here. Came back down, very coincidentally found some nice support here. Okay, look at this, 1, 2, 3, we stayed within the candle there, and right now we are attempting a breakout. Okay, so BTC right now at this moment is at a very interesting point, and we're going to work out whether it might be valid or not to take a trade on it. Okay, I'm going to be telling you exactly what I'm doing. So right now, what do we got right ahead of us? Okay, well, The 4-hour chart, it's very powerful. There are a lot of eyes on the 4-hour chart for BTC. I'm telling you that right now. It's got more strength versus the 1 hour. It's got more strength versus like the 15-minute and obviously like the 2, 3, 1-minute chart. And as you can see here, it actually has got 1 hour and 38 minutes left within this 4-hour chart. Okay, so the 4-hour chart is mostly up, but we still have 1 hour and 40 minutes left to go in it. And as you can see, look guys, I personally feel like this is not a coincidence. See, this is the line we've drawn. Okay, the green line here, our neutral triangle, slightly bearish, okay, ever so slightly bearish, but more so a neutral triangle. And have a look at here, this here. Look at that. We wicked right up to 88,370 in the last 4 hours, okay? We managed to break through 2 major supports, okay? 2 major supports just momentarily on the 4-hour. The first one in the way is 88,249. All right, that's the 100 EMA on the 4-hour chart. And the one just above that is 88,290. That's the point of control, the orange line. That is where we've got the most buying and sell volume right here on this 4-hour chart right now, the point of control. So the point of control is, as the name suggests, it's a point of control. It's very strong in terms of it being a resistance and then a support. Right now, for BTC on the 4-hour chart, it is, can you guess what it is? It's a resistance, right? Because we're just underneath it right now. The price is currently underneath it, and it's also currently underneath the other powerful resistance at 88,251, the 100 EMA. Okay, so the last set of 100 4-hour candles. Okay, so this is right now, at least based on the 4-hour chart for BTC, not a great spot to go long, because there's a good chance that if we don't break out of here right now on this close in the next 1 hour and 36 minutes, there is a good chance that we could break down. This next candle could break down to possibly retest the bottom of this ascending support line here that I've just drawn out. Okay, which could go as low as 87,204. Heck, in fact, could go even lower. Could kind of get maybe down into this zone somewhere here. Okay, we might even go below 87,000. Okay, it could happen. We could easily revisit the high 86,900. Okay, maybe even 86,500. All right, if it does get down low, well, you already know that I'm going to be a buyer at those levels, and I can prove that to you with my actions as well. We can actually go in and have a look at my current open orders that we have displayed here. I currently have a couple of open orders, one actually here at 87,550. Okay, that might actually be a little bit tight. I'm not even sure if I want to leave that. I might want to reduce that, because potentially, if we do get a rejection, which is quite possible, okay, on this next 4-hour close, after the close, then I don't know. I feel like we might, I might even actually just adjust that now. I'll adjust it to 87,050, okay, because I think there's actually a good chance if we do get that rejection, we might fly down to 87,000 flat. At which point, I would want to get tagged in on the way down at around 87.50. I'm cool to be tagged in there. Okay, then I've got another buy at 86.100, and these are both 10x trades. I thought, you know what, we'll amp it up from 5x. We'll jump into a couple of 10x positions here and just kind of see how they roll using Bitunix. Okay, so we've got those running there. All right, those trades are in. I'm not looking to enter market right now for BTC because we're pretty hot right now. We've had a pretty hot extended 4 candles. Okay, we've had some valid continuation from BTC, some lovely green candles, and again, you can see it right here. Okay, we are having a lot of bearish control around this zone here. All right, for the bulls to remain in control, all we really need to do is to have a confident close above the 2 EMAs underneath this current price level here. One would be the 20 EMA at 87,826 and the 50 EMA at 87,881. So essentially, so long as we finish, I would say at around, ideally we kind of want to finish above 88,000. Okay. Next 1 hour, 34 minutes. If we finish above 88,000, I think that we stay in the game. The bulls basically stay in control. We stay in control and we give ourselves another 4-hour candle opportunity to potentially try to jump up and break the overhead resistance level, which is, sitting pretty solid at the moment, okay? The overhead resistance is sitting pretty solid. So we are more than likely going to see a bit of movement right now, okay, in this channel here before maybe breaking out. But again, BTC, based on what it's been doing, it looks like we could easily have a breakdown here, okay? The breakdown target, again, I'd be lining up for about 87,183. Again, I've got a buy order at 87,050. All right. Now, the thing is, if this does break the point of control, okay, so whether it's this candle close or the next candle close, if we do manage to get a close above 88,290 and we settle somewhere outside of the actual triangle here, the neutral triangle, then I would potentially look at entering in on some strength, potentially, okay? But right now, this is just something we're watching, okay? There could actually be a valid short setup in play here as well, possibly. But again, it's a little risky going short here. We probably want to wait for a failure to close above the 20 EMA. So, for example, if we had a big dip now, in the next 1 hour 30 below 87.8. So if we finished at like 87.6, close there, we could maybe start the conversation about potentially even getting in on a short position. Ride the short down from, say we finished around 87.6, even below this line, maybe like 87, yeah, 87.6, okay, and maybe we exit at 87.1, okay? Potentially go 10x on a little short there and make what I guess could be defined as a bit of a scalp towards the downside. Alrighty. So yeah, folks, if you're enjoying the stream, do take a moment to smash the like button. Would appreciate it. Got a like on it so far, but would appreciate all the likes coming through. And if you want to win 1,000 Crow every week, which is currently $100 US, then make sure you go right on over to this link right here and get signed up to Bitunix, deposit and start trading. You can win $100 every week and $500 every month. Winner is announced on Friday. I'll give all the details there. Super easy to get involved and come and start trading on Bitunix, guys. A lot of reasons to get involved. You'll also get your beginner trading course as well after you join the free Telegram group where we give away a lot of value every single week. That's going to be that second link right there. Come on in, join the Telegram, come and say hi. Okay. Okay, if we actually go into the Telegram here, I just did make a little post, guys. We've had a good month of December. Okay, so if you were trading with us, okay, if you were trading with us since the start of December, you would have been up 22%. Call it what you like, but it's been a winning month for us, and those are the facts. Okay, so that's kind of it for BTC on the 4 hour. We're going to jump into XRP, have a look at that as well. Okay, check out XRP on the 4 hour. I actually opened an XRP 10x long off stream. I didn't put it in the group because it's a bit of a high risk one. I just didn't want to put that one in the group because I thought it was just a little bit too high risk. Okay, and we were actually up a little bit. I brought my stop loss to break even. We got stopped out of break even there. So yeah, we had a trade on XRP, but got stopped out at break even. So right now, XRP is underneath the EMAs here, all right, on the 4 hour. Got all the EMAs stacked overhead. So what can I say about XRP here? I think XRP, would have been a lovely entry to get in around here at $1.8449. Okay, it's currently a little bit overheated, looking like we may possibly get another rejection on XRP, possibly to retap $1.8460, somewhere around this zone here. There's a lot of buy pressure around here, a lot of bull control here, okay, at 0.786, and this is the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement line here. As you can see in this zone here, we've had a lot of buy pressure, okay, and here as well, okay. A lot of people have been happy to buy up there. That's the zone to buy. So I think if we were going to set an order there, yeah, about $1.8445 would be the zone. A little bit late here. Plus, we're pushing up against the 20 EMA, so there's a good chance that this could possibly come down a little bit further for XRP on the 4 hour. Okay, so I'm tempted. I'm tempted to potentially get in at $1.8455 on this one for XRP. In fact, we might even place a little 10x, or maybe a little 10x on this. I could even go as low as 1.8272, but you know what? Let's place an order here. So 1.8463. All right, I'm going to show you how we do this. All right, so we go to XRP. We change this to XRP. We're going to do an XRP 10x buy order right now, okay, guys? I'm going to show you exactly how to open the trades, whether you're an absolute beginner, intermediate, whatever. You can find some benefit here. If you're already using Bitunix and you signed up and you're in our trading team, then good on you. But if you're not, go ahead and get signed up if you want to follow along with these. Never financial advice, of course, though. All right, so that's the current price. We want to set a limit buy, all right? Our leverage is set right. We're going to go 10x. We're not going to have it on cross, though. We're going to set that as isolated. So because I'm going to have a stop loss in place. So long as I make it isolated, I can only lose the entirety of that singular trade. If I have it on cross, my whole portfolio can get liquidated. So I always want to have that on isolated. That's just my personal preference, okay, to just mitigate the chances of liquidation, okay. Isolated, 10x green, that's a 10x long. Make sure it's on limit. All right, let's just double check the price of where we want to enter on TradingView here. All right, so I'm saying maybe, you know, let's keep it down at about 1.8455. So 1.8455. Okay, so that's the price we want to buy in. All right, and I don't even know how much funds we've got. Okay, so we've got 427 US dollars available to use for this. Now I just basically scroll that up and I just keep an eye on the USD cost, which is right here. Okay, see that there? Sorry, my picture might be in the way. Sorry about that. But basically, we're going to go for, yeah, we'll go for a $111 cost on this one. All right. So that's 26%, essentially buying in 595 XRP. We can set the stop loss and the take profit after. I can set it now, but I'm just going to do it after because I don't know, just my habit. When I'm doing limit buys, I can do it. If I'm doing market buys, you know, it's always better to set the stop loss, at least the stop loss, always first. You can do the take profit after if you really want, but they're simple as that. So we're going to open the long, right? You can go ahead, check everything. It's a limit buy. It gives you the open price. That's where we buy in. The current price, the mark price, the quantity of XRP in this example. The margin is going to be 111 USDT. That basically just means how much am I investing before leverage. Okay, margin is how much you're investing before leverage. Okay, so this is basically going to be me trading with over $1,000, and that's why if you're just someone that just has $100 and you're coming to trade in just normally, right? You can only trade with $100. You're not going to really make. So if you make $5 with 100, you know, $100, you make $5. If you use 10x leverage, 5 times 10, instead of making $5, you make $50, right? Okay, so yes, it is more risky, and yes, you can get liquidated sooner. But again, if you just educate yourself on how to improve, all right, you can get there. All right, you can see it. We've made 22% this month. So if we're happy with all of that, we're going to go ahead and confirm that. And that basically will go into our open order section right here, where you can see it right here. Okay, XRP USDT isolated 10x. All right, and we're going to go here, TP stroke SL, and we're going to add our stop loss here. So let's go back to our XRP chart and let's have a look at where maybe we could put a sensible stop loss. So again, the stop loss really does depend on your own strategy and how much you're willing to lose, how much tolerance you have to the downside. You know, crypto is very volatile, and I'm pretty happy to take a bit of a deeper stop loss on this, all right? But it does need to make a bit of sense. So what I'm looking at now, again, are the auto fib retracement levels, okay? So the buy levels, okay? So we get buyers down here, we get buyers down here, for example. But we've also got the pivot points in place. So these are these orange lines right here. So the S1 is basically stands for support 1, is at 1.8102, okay? So that's the price there, all right? So I'm just going to pull that down a little lower, and I want to see if I go 1.8044 how much USD we're going to lose. I just want to have a look, okay? I may not set it there. So 1.8044, 1.8044. Okay, so that $24, that's pretty tolerable, okay? I'm kind of happy to risk $24 on that, because that'll pretty much definitely invalidate my trade, in my opinion, if we do lose that stop loss. Okay, so again, what you're looking at here, guys, if you don't really understand this, again, this TP in the green, just focus on that. That's your take profit right there, and this SL stands for stop loss. Okay, so I've just put in the price. I've gone to the trading view first on XRP. I've had a look at that price, which we established down here, yeah, about 1.8044, and then I've gone back to my Bitunix account. We put it in there, and this here, see, minus 24.4545, that's the USD loss that I would take if XRP does come down to that price, and it would be a 22.27% loss on that trade. Okay, it is inflated in accordance with the 10x leverage that we have taken on this buy order. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So after this now, I want to think about, okay, we've got the stop loss in place here. There's not a lot of pressure because it's a limit buy, so there's no pressure. There's not a lot of pressure to really quickly set the take profit on this, but just for good practice anyway, I'm going to confirm it just in case the market just has some crazy wick down and we just take a big loss, an unrealized loss, which I wouldn't want to do. And as you can see, as I've confirmed that there, that XRP stop loss has been updated, okay? So the stop loss is going to be in red and the take profit is going to be in green, okay? So we got 1.8044 as our stop loss, all right? So in fact, I'm going to also add a take profit to this BTC one. I just seen I haven't put a take profit on that. We'll go 83,999. I've written 83,999 because that is kind of like, you know, that's a level that we kind of really need. Oh no, not 83,999, sorry. 93,999. Let's go. That'll be a $181 win if we got tagged into that one. Let's confirm that. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go and look for an XRP take profit. Okay, so if we come down, hit that level, you know, so this was, what was this, 29th? Okay, so we managed to get up here on the 29th. I reckon, like, wouldn't be the worst idea. It would be pretty realistic to set a take profit at $1.90 straight up. All right. So for now, I'm just going to whack it at $1.90. So 10 cents above our current level. Like that. That'll be a $32 win if we can land that trade with a 29% to the upside. We'll confirm that. Bang. Okay, so we've got our XRP trade in place there, 10x. All right, it's all done. It's ready to go. And, you know, we're still just watching this right now. I've been streaming for 26 minutes. Appreciate everyone in the stream. Hope everyone's having, you know, a bit of a good Christmas. No, New Year's Eve. It's going to be, isn't it? So XRP right now on the 4-hour making a bit of a push above the 20 EMA here. Sitting just above $1.8663, which is that 20 EMA. Let's have a look at the 1 hour for XRP. Okay. So let's reset the chart view here. Okay. So if we have a bit of a look at what's going on here, we're pushing up against the 100 EMA here, quite firmly actually, which is at 1.8664 for XRP. So, you know, we got a bit of resistance going on here. Plus there's a lot of overhead pressure coming in from the point of control right here, plus the 200 EMA. That's giving us a lot of actual bear pressure here. So, you know, I'd say there's a pretty good chance we might get tagged into our order and hopefully make some good gains to the upside before continuing up. And even if it does continue up, that's okay, because I'll just wait for the next retracement and just get in then, in all likelihood. Okay. So let's go and move on over to Ethereum. Let's check out our old Ethereum, which has just had a dump below 3K. And could possibly be an interesting point, maybe, for a buy. I mean, we are under the point of control, which I don't love. I don't love that. If we were to enter somewhere around here on this candle close, you know, we'd be taking a high risk play with not a whole lot of upside versus the downside. Really what we'd want to see is, you know, a pullback to this level here, around this level, 2917, around here. 2917. This would be more of a buy zone here, in my opinion. More of a buy zone. This S1 support hasn't been touched in a while. ETH has been pretty steady, to be fair. Like, even if we go out to the 4-hour, yeah, ETH has been kind of from here, really. We've kind of just been nice little basis of support there for ETH. Okay, we had that low there. Had that low there. So, I mean, look, based on this, you know, it wouldn't be unreasonable to think that ETH couldn't come down to possibly test 2868. Right, right here. I'd maybe be a buyer at around this price, 2914, possibly. I'm possibly a buyer at 2914, something like that. Could be an interesting place to get in. Got the first S1 support here at 2868. Thing is, if we broke down from here, a good chance we'd be looking at coming down to test 2868. Could put a low ball 10x order on that, possibly. So if we said even a bit down, 2856. So if we went something like for ETH, go over to Ethereum. Okay, what price did we say? This would be like a proper market reversal buy. Not market reversal, but hopefully, well, you know, hopefully it would be alright to get in here. 2864. Unlikely this hits, I reckon, but whatever. 2864. I'm a buyer of ETH at these prices. I'm a buyer. We go in at 10x. Okay, confirm that. Boom. And we'll put a $100 on that. Okay, so that'd be like $1,000 trade there, thereabouts. 0.349 Ethereum we'd be taking there. We'll open the long there. Okay, so now that's up to 4 open orders there. Ethereum, and we set the stop loss. Or we go down to the second stop, maybe like a little bit further down, 2770 or something. Okay, 2770, $32 loss, and then we set maybe the take profit at 2,999 or something like that. That'd be a pretty crazy trade if we nailed that. Nice $47 to the upside. 4 trades in place. Alright, so we've got our trade on ETH, XRP, a couple on BTC ready to buy in. We're not currently in the market on anything. We've had a bit of a look at ETH, had a bit of a look at XRP, BTC. What's Crowcoin doing? Crowcoin has just shat the bed, but we did get a lot of buys at the 786 zone right here. Again, though, probably a little bit late to take a market long on this right now. Would have wanted to take it down here because, you know, there's a good chance we could watch this come back down again. And to be honest, I'd probably rather be a buyer in and around here at 00971, in fact. Probably rather be a buyer around here. Got quite a lot of support around here. So 9171. Zero zero 9171. I'll go another 100 on that. At 10x. Yep, we'll open it up. And then the invalidation point. Whew, probably here. 00979 08982. 08982. 08982. That'll be a $20 loss on that, and we'll set our take profit at 38 cents. That'll be a $3,000 win, can you imagine? Alright. Alright folks, so these are the active trades that we have in place. Alright. We've got 2 for BTC, we've got 1 for XRP, 1 for ETH, 1 for Crow. And that's what's happening right now, guys. We are in We are in on these limit buys. Okay. Want to come join us? You haven't joined the trading team yet? Come get signed up to Bitunix, guys. Links at the very top there. Get signed up, make your deposit, start trading, and you can win 1,000 credit every week, and you get free access to my free trading course for leverage, spot to trading leverage, and also second link right here, the free Telegram group. Make sure you come ahead and jump in there. We made 22% gains this month so far. Okay, you can see it right here, 30-day P&L, 22%. I just shared that in the free group, guys. All right, and the previous trade there we made was an 8.8% long 10x on BTC. Lovely win. That was from today. So guys, we're giving away the free alpha. All right, how to trade leverage on the markets right here. So yeah, what are you waiting for? Come join in the Telegram right there, and come sign up to Bitunix. Deposit, no KYC, no VPN. Start trading, and we announce the $100 winner every single Friday. Great to have you here, and like the video if you don't mind as well. Okay. So, having a look at BTC, you know, it's making a bit of an interesting push. We're kind of not able to get over the lines we want. You know, we want to, yeah, we really do want to break free. We want to break free of this green line right here. We want to break above 88,400 really to start getting any significant move to the upside. Okay, we've got to get that break above it. We seriously do. Otherwise, we're going to be in a bit of trouble if we don't get that break. Let's check in on the 1 hourly for BTC again. Let's just see how that's looking. Again, same thing on the 1 hour, you know, where we are pressing up against that line, of course. And that's no coincidence, guys. It's banging its head right here. BTC, it's banging its head on the point of control at 88,290. And our green line that we've drawn at 88,362 hasn't been able to break it. But it's a pretty interesting tug of war right now between bulls and bears. It really is. Especially on the 1 hourly here, because we do have a lot of support underneath it. We've got the 200 EMA, massive support. We've got the 236 Fib buy zone. Okay, that's the retracement zone on the Fibonacci, where a lot of people are buying. Okay, we got the 20, the 50, and the 100 EMAs all very tightly stacked here. Okay, so it's really tight. You know, we could definitely see a break of this line here. We could. We could see a break. We could see a move back up here to maybe have a double top play out. Okay, there's every chance that we could move up from here. Okay, we do have a lot of support underneath us. That's a simple matter of fact. Taking a trade here is risky. It's, you know, it really, really could be 50-50. You know, we could enter a trade here, maybe a small amount to see how it kind of plays out, but it's not the best. It's not the best price to enter. You know, I'd want to enter a bit cheaper, like 80, like down here, like at 87.9 or something like that. At 88.2, we're a bit overheated. We'd be entering right. If we were to enter now, for example, we're basically entering right as it's hitting that resistance. So I can tell you right now, the likelihood that happens for BTC here in this zone is that the bears will keep pushing it down. So if we entered here, bears push it down. You know, we're pretty much walking into a straight loss if we take a long here. If we were taking anything right now in this moment, like if we had to take a position, we'd be going for a short right now. And we'd probably be looking at the shorter time frames, like the 15-minute, which we'll go to right now and see. And the 15 minutes looking pretty hot, you know. 15-minute is the one to keep an eye on right now. We are right now just trying to make a breakthrough of this green line, which is really important. In fact, it has just broken through. If we do break through and close, then we could be looking at a move to the upside. Okay, but I'd need to see this close and hold above, another candle close and hold above, before we would maybe consider an entry long here. Alright, so we'd have to kind of see how that looked. Okay. Alright, so we've pretty much entered all our trades, guys. You know, appreciate everyone for being here. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure you like it. Make sure if you haven't signed up yet, go ahead and get signed up to Bitunix to win that 6,000 Crow every single month. All you need to do is go in, sign up with the link here, guys. Top of the chat, pinned chat, deposit, start trading some futures, and you can get your free guide on how to trade futures from spot to futures if you are a beginner. Alright, and you can win that Crow every week. Join the team. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next stream. Cheers.